The hell was that?
This is the hell you have created for yourself.
Just standing up for my rights as a consumer.
Well, hello. What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Welcome to another edition of Rogues Gallery, featuring some awesome projects by some awesome creators. I feel kind of naked. I only have Stephen Walton in the chat right now. What's up, my man? So I'm going to go ahead and bring in our lovely co-host, NyRiam, and say hello. What's up? What's up, Katie?
Hello. It's actually Friday.
Well, no, it's Thursday in the real world.
How dare you?
You know who would agree with that? Author Stephen Walton.
Hell, what's going on, people? How you doing out there? Can I get y'all to share the link out and smash the like, support independent creators, because every book sold is a fuck you to the industry that hates you anyway. What's going on, y'all? Good to see you.
That's
Steven,
right.
And now try to do it in ASMR.
Please share that please share that link and smash the like for the gays rainbow that we all adore. Give it a reach around. Thank you.
Ooh,
Red, did you get a boner?
Yeah, we better move on before I get a
slight
full-on chubby.
I
want to say hello to Resvergam. I hope I said that right. What's up, my man? Good to see you. Bear's in the house as well. What's up, Bear? How you doing, my man? We got Snowdub here. Good to see you, brother. And Miss Rena 1000. How's it going? As well as Dragon Multimedia, who we'll be seeing here in just a moment. But before we do that, we got Alex Jones in the house. What's up, Alex?
I thought it was Saturday. Everybody, I'm very turned on by this chat, by this panel. My vitality's through the roof. Infowars.com. Get your vitality pills over there. Your fusion vitamin, all that great stuff.
It's all
Vinny
these
always
supplements.
strokes the chat. I love him.
Oh yeah.
My sexy, smooth ARSRM voice.
You like that? I'll give it to you some more.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Wow.
I
Dude,
may or may not be drinking vodka.
He
No,
drinks
no,
water
Walton,
in Jersey.
Walton. We're missing Stefan for that.
Yeah, totally.
I missed Stefan. That was nice meeting him last week, and I might have a slight gaze boner for him, but just a
Oh my.
slight one.
It's not surprising at all. Wookie's here. What's up, Wookie? Says I'm here, but ASMR makes me violent. Well,
Oh,
it's
I
okay.
like it rough, Wookie. So good.
Got the king of the squibs in the house. Hail, Squib Nation. How you doing, my friend? Oh, Chris, is that you? I never knew. Now I know. I can attach names to names. We got Johnny Cage here. What's up, my man? Says, shit, I'm late. Did y'all start making fun of Walton already? Not really.
Yes.
Not really. I mean, just beforehand, not on the stream.
Johnny, as soon as I came into the backstage, NyRiam was on it. Like just the
Johnny,
true jerk
Walton is
that she's
lying.
becoming.
Walton is lying because we're
Mhm.
making fun of him all the time, even when he's not watching and listening.
Awful.
That's true. That is true. NyRiam,
Why don't y'all
all
make
the
fun of
time.
Vinny? What is it? Because he's tall and handsome? Is that what it is?
Well, it's
Is
because
it
he
gets a
he comes off as a man. See, that's
Oh,
the thing.
come on. That's not true. Vinny already underwent his own portion of making fun of him since he's like one inch shorter, So,
It's just one Mario clip. That's all it took, but nothing else. No one else joined in the bandwagon, Vinny.
How
You're
many
the man on the panel,
people?
I
How
guess.
many 3 feet people tall? Like you
I'm
meet.
not 3 foot tall. That's so fucked up.
Walton, I didn't call you a hobbit today. She did.
I
Hey,
just laughed.
chat, man. Thank you guys for being here so much.
I actually didn't call you a hobbit today either. Bear says had a dream this morning. 2 nukes hit the Pacific Northwest.
Wow,
Well, that's that's a heavy dream.
that is heavy, man.
Yep.
I hope it wasn't gas.
Well, I think they could just do it already because it sounds like California's done.
I
they're
just
gonna
hope
be-
that
If China attacks, they're going to leave California alone, and then California will just bend over anyway. They'll just be like, "Come on through." You know,
Yeah, I'm kind of on board with Lex Luthor's plan at this point. We could use an Arizona Bay.
I just hope that BearBear mistook the nukes and Pacific Northwest
I would-
as a morning experience with poop toilet.
I would live in Otisburg.
Yeah, hell yeah, you'd live in Otisburg.
Yes, absolutely.
But why don't we say hello to our creator? He's in the house. What's up, Connery? How you doing, my man?
Hey, how's everyone doing?
Welcome
Pretty
to the
good.
Weird Town.
Yeah, as you can see, everyone's doing strange as usual.
What we
Bear said it
do.
was alien in nature. Ooh. I mean, I could go for an alien invasion at this point too. I mean, why not?
A real one.
Connery, first off, I love Dragon Multimedia. I'm a big lover of dragons. It's an awesome name, brother. Did anyone warn you that it might get a little gaze on this stream?
There's a
Yeah,
hobbit
I
in the
have
house.
been on.
Okay.
I have been on Vedgaze before.
Oh, good. Then you understand man love. All right, good reach around. Let's go.
He
Just
knows what's up.
Watch out if Walton takes out a piece of corn on the cob and he eats it the long ways.
Yeah,
What a dick.
yeah. Probably wishful thinking, Wookie, but that's okay. Tech 44, what's up? Thanks. Good to see you, my man. But yeah, Connor, you got a project called Shift, and let's take a look. Hopefully, oh, good. I didn't get the epileptic screen this time. All right, so you know the rundown here. We do have a series of questions for you, and the very first one is this. So give us your elevator pitch for Shift.
Okay, so the elevator pitch for. Sorry, give me one second.
It's all right. Collect yourself.
Yeah,
We'll
before
tap-
Walton collects you, because you don't want
Yeah,
that.
tap your taint a little, get you excited.
So, the pitch of Shift is that Sunny has a secret, and it's one she's been planning on using to change the world to become a hero. Now the moment is here, and she's unsure if she can handle the occasion. Enter the world of Shiobia and discover the secret of shifters and the role they play in a changing world.
Very good. All right, Walton.
That's a good
Do you have any-
short pitch.
All right. I knew you were going to have something to say.
No. That's all I was going to say. That's a good elevator pitch right there, man. Very well done.
It is, yeah, absolutely. I mean, God knows, I have not perfected the elevator pitch.
Yeah, he can't shut the F up.
And we all know Walton hasn't perfected the elevator pitch.
Nah, it takes me a half hour.
Yeah, we're looking for 30 seconds. He comes out with 30 minutes. But it's all good. It's all good.
Let's do that in the bedroom.
Okay. Poor Ashley. All right, Connor, it's time to learn a little bit about you, sir. What are your motivations? What's your drive? What brought you into this? What made you need to create?
So, I haven't said as much about my personal life last time, but this time, so I'll go a little more. So, if you don't know, I am the founder of Dragon Multimedia. My name is Connor Gateni, and I am 19 years old. And I mainly got into comics because, if you don't know, I'm on the autism spectrum. And during my early years, my dad had used entertainment, especially stuff like comics and books. Since I'm on the spectrum, my dad had used, well, obviously he wanted me to learn reading and writing skills, since I had a lot of learning issues since childhood.
Right.
And the first comic I remember was, ironically, Sonic. And if you have no idea, I actually have, this is always special, I actually have the #1 reboot of the IDW Sonic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I no longer correct the series, but I keep this one because it's a special edition they did at Spencer's, if you had no idea. Mm-hmm. So for a free comic book day one year, so I keep it for being very special. Nice. And so as I got a little older, I started doing YouTube. I was about 9 when I created it, and it was around 2014 that I started doing Go Animate. And as I started moving on to stuff like that, I started learning a lot more. And this led me to work on a few short animation projects that I'm still doing to this day. Like, I'm a writer on, for example, Oscar Reborn. And those projects continue to improve my skills and gave me the confidence to start leading my own projects, which is where we get into Shift.
That is incredible. That is incredible. I raised a mid to high functioning autistic boy until he was a young adult, and I know the difficulties that it takes in adapting to to the world around you, basically being different. I think that's awesome. Awesome story of perseverance, brother, man. I enjoy hearing things like that.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Yeah, man. I'll take a second to say hello to the Time Prophet. Good to see you, my man. Horny Alpha's here as well. Thanks for joining us, guys. We're here talking about shifts and getting to know Connery a bit. Chris says Alf Prawn. I wonder if that would be a Jim Henson production these days. But yeah, Johnny Cage is now feeling old since Connery's only 19. He seems to feel almost as old as Walton.
Yeah, he's coming in. He's going to take all the vag. Johnny, we're done. It's it. Look at this handsome man.
I think Johnny's a little ahead of the game as far as that's concerned.
You think? Maybe.
I think so.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry. So. Johnny will be happy to hear. He's actually one of my favorite characters in Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, Johnny's a handsome fella.
Yeah.
He's also a great character.
Walton.
Now, I enjoy the gender checks, is what I like with Johnny Cage. He punches him right in the gender. Yeah, so I like that.
I actually like him because
right
he's very compelling. I like him because he's a compelling character. Like, he starts off like a jerk, but his journey he starts to learn a lot about humanity and how he starts to care a lot more about others he used to not. And he also is a badass. He's actually a really cool character.
I mean, I like redemption arcs or growth character arcs like that.
Absolutely.
You know, like that's why I liked Han Solo as much as I did, because of his growth throughout the original trilogy.
Well, speaking of badass and growth, we got the hair in the house.
Oh my
What's
God!
up,
hello
Culture?
there.
Culture.
Yeah, I just had Connery on a couple Sundays ago to hang out on the Sunday Culture Review to promote the book. I think this is
Awesome.
really some neat art. I was
Mhm.
pretty stoked to do it. So yeah,
You better not
surprised to
spoil
see
it
you
for us.
I'm not saying a word.
Oh, don't worry. I got something very special for you all
Ooh.
All right.
that we just revealed. So you guys are going to love it.
I'll bet we will, brother. That's great to
Oh
hear.
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, let's delve a little deeper into the universe now. Sorry, I'm having a day. I had trouble forming a thought there, but yeah, let's discuss the universe of Shift. Where does this take place? Assuming in a fantasy setting
Yep.
of your creation.
So this takes place in a world called Shiobia. And I created Shiobia as a way to mesh my favorite fantasy elements in a 2000s era Sonic style atmosphere. Like you see a little bit of that cartoony style, but also a little bit of the 2000s style, which I always keep bringing up because it's something I always love to bring up because I love the 2000s and I always want to remember the era and
Right.
Yeah. It inspired you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I feel the same way about the 90s.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I wish for the 90s back every day.
I mean, culture feels the same way about the 50s.
oh man.
I keep telling you guys, you better come over here, for a visit. We're 20 years behind.
Yes, we need new blood. So does Johnny Cage. Please, Connery, come back more and emasculate poor Johnny. You don't even have to do anything. You could just talk about your life and how young you are.
Yeah, going to visit Katie is kind of like going to the Renaissance Fair if there were televisions.
Again, I'm happy to be on another live stream with you guys.
television?
Absolutely. Because I do love telling some of my life stories because there's a lot of great stories from my past that I've yet to really tell a lot on here. So again, I'd love to come back on.
Do you use that as a influence to your writing, to your creativity, your life experiences?
Yes and no. Sometimes I use it to not repeat mistakes from before. Other times I try completely new ideas. Like Shift was actually, I haven't really told a lot of people about this, but do you guys have an inspiration question or are you okay with me saying it now?
That's up to Gaze. He's the host.
Oh, inspiration question. That's kind of, has a lot to do with the creator aspect, which we've covered. So yeah, go for it, man.
So if you don't know, the idea Shift came about summer 2020. So it was during one of my darkest times of my life. So around this time, I lost several dogs and family members. And it wasn't just me, it was the whole family dealing with this. And it was due to several health reasons. Not just COVID, but it was illness. It was a lot of stuff. And my dog, Bianca, was actually comforting me. And that's when the idea struck me. See, Bianca was, in a way, the hero I didn't know I needed.
Right.
And so I wanted to make a world where the animals were heroes, and that's where the original idea for Shift was born from.
That's pretty
It has evolved over time, but it was the base idea.
Well, of course. I mean, his thoughts and stories do evolve over time, but that's a wonderful inspiration to have, man. Our pets are a part of the family.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's a good thing, man.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's good to carry that on too. I mean, I actually have oil paintings of one of my cats.
Gaze, that's slightly gay, but I'm gonna let that
Well,
go.
you know what? Deal with it. They were actually done when he was still with us.
Walton has, he's got oil
Someone wants to
paintings
say
of
hi.
trees everywhere.
Oh, hey. Oh, you're
Oh, look at that guy.
Oh, Charlie.
He's adorable little fat guy. He's chubby.
He's
And
one of my
we-
pugs. The pugs are known as the two misfits.
Little
That's
cobbler.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
They're badasses. Some little dogs are badasses. They got proof themselves, like little guys. Got proof.
Oh, trust me, Bianca's a total badass. She was able to actually. So, if you don't know, there was this dog named Rusty, and Rusty was this big golden retriever, and yet somehow Bianca was able to scare him. This little dog who barks at a lot of dogs was able to scare Rusty. So basically, he never acts up in front of Rusty. It was insane.
That's amazing. You know, Walton has done something similar.
Here we go.
He's barked at a bigger dog and put him in his place. I think Walton's new nickname is going to be Bianca.
Yeah, that's my new nickname is Bianca. Thank you very much, Vinny. I appreciate that.
Yeah, there's
Makes
gonna be a
sense.
new poster flying around very soon. Where's Bianca?
The red and
Locked
white
in
shirt
Walton's
and hat.
basement in a twig fortress.
I
When
got
we were
movable-
talking about basements, what happened to those old paintings of the tree, Walton?
Yeah, we have radiators. It's all right.
Oh.
I ain't going any further with that. Next question.
That's good for all of us. Before we go to the next question, let's say hello to Peter, Charon, and Zax. Thanks for joining us, fellas. Always good to see you guys around. You guys are awesome. But yeah, next question. We'll actually kind of probably blend with what we were just discussing. Let's talk about the heroes of Shift, and please don't say Stephen Walton.
What? Walton, did you evade my book? So the story revolves around shifters, and like the name sounds, shifters are beings that are able to shift their appearance. Generally, this results in shifters becoming a more animalistic version of themselves, but there's definitely a variety that will be shown throughout the series. And now, some of these shifters have taken it upon themselves to use these abilities for good, like our protagonist, Sunny. Now, Sunny is a newbie shifter who wants to prove herself. She always wanted to be a hero, and now she's getting the chance. It's not what she expected.
That was some powerful audio.
That was, man.
Alongside her family and friends, she'll have to learn the responsibility of becoming a hero.
Nice.
Very cool. Now, Sunny is kind of like the only real protagonist in this first story.
Yes.
Cool. All right, as long as there's no Walton, I'm satisfied.
It's a great
When's it
page,
gotta be?
too.
Oh,
I like the action on this page. Very cool stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
enjoying the colors,
That's what I
ain't
was
it?
trying to tell you. We're making fun of you all the time.
Oh my God, NyRiam, we're trying to talk about this beautiful panel before us. Why you gotta break me down? Why
We
is
roast
it me?
the ones we love.
No, I love the colors, man. They pop right out at me, dude. This is beautiful. Are you the only person working on this project?
No. So what happened was I did the original concept and outline. Then I later brought on Michael Odin as the... Actually, is there a crew section, or I just wanted to make sure I was remembering properly?
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
Okay, so Mike Odin came on as the writer. He also has been helping out with the campaign, and he's been such a great help. And at the same time, I brought on Ringo, who helped on mainly dealing with the art, and he also brought on his colorist, Laura Adams, and the duo previously did some fan comics, like, if you don't know, they did Sonic the Hedgehog Online, which was an Archie continuation, and they did similar stuff like that, and it was, after I got in contact with him, we finally reached the deal, and he came on board with Laura.
Cool. Well, this is actually a great point, and I think he's absolutely right. The white borders on top of the black, that really helps it pop.
It definitely was Ringo's idea.
It adds to the cartoonish style.
Absolutely. It's a fun. I mean, it just looks fun.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. And
Great
at
looking
the
stuff.
end of the day, that's what this is all about. Fun. What's up, Ashley? Good to see you.
Hey, baby girl. I promise I'm not trying to make myself look like a fool. It's these guys.
No,
They changed me.
You're
Lies you
not,
tell Walton.
not trying to make yourself look that way.
Well, I know. I was just saying that you guys, culture, stop twisting my words.
Culture. He's trying really hard. Just let him try.
Yeah, I would say you're succeeding at doing some of that yourself.
Yeah, you
I'd
really
say
don't need any help.
She popped in just to say hi and a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Go make me a sandwich, Walton.
Yeah. She's just trying to blend in and talk about the comic, but what she really means is where's my fucking sandwich?
That's really messed up. She makes the same. I don't make the sandwiches.
Nobody believes it.
He makes the corn on the cob.
He said eating it from the wrong end. I was done. Vinny said that earlier.
I said eating it longwise.
Ashley just said, "Let him be great, damn it!" Like Ashley, we're trying.
Oh, trust me. If you got as far as never deciding how big to make the panels, then you probably did a lot better than me because all I could do was stick figures.
Look, you talking to the stick figure king. They're all crooked when I'm drawn.
Oh, come on.
That's messed up, Ash. Don't feed the trolls. Please don't feed them. Don't do that. I love you, baby.
Yeah. Well, I mean, nah. Let's talk about some villains. Speaking of trolls. So let's talk about the villains of Shift. Is there just kind of one protagonist and one antagonist, or you got a couple villains in this? Do you have any
for this issue.
Organizations going on here?
So for this issue, the menacing figure you see is Bowie, and he's the chief antagonist of the story. So he's kind of obsessed with revenge against Sonny's father, and that's what puts her in his initial crosshairs. However, his schemes go way beyond Sonny, and it'll be up to her to try and stop it.
So what's I mean, can you get any deeper with the villain? Like what's his real deal? What's his motivation?
Unfortunately, it will be a little bit of spoilers territory, so unfortunately I do have to withhold some information.
Gotcha. So what's he like as a person? What's he like as a person? Is he more of a manipulator, more of a just strong arm go getter?
He's very rough. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, Walton likes it rough. I've heard.
One of the biggest things you might. I know.
Oh, that's not spoilers. Everybody knows Walton likes it rough.
Nah, I'm not talking about Walton this time.
Oh my God! How does it keep coming around to me? What did I do?
I was trying to reflect it from you. Just shut up.
It's just so easy. That's all. It's so easy. Maybe I should just stop picking that low-hanging fruit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. That's
They're dicks. I'm sorry. They're just dicks.
First 5 seconds trying to save you.
Walton, do you want me to beat them off with a stick?
Whoa.
With stick.
See, he's got to make it about trees all the fucking time.
Oh my God! I'm done.
Yeah, if you could just, with the stick.
But yeah, this a better view, I think, of the villain is on this page. Correct, Connor?
Yep.
Yeah, guys. So go check out this page for yourself. The link is in the description below. I think Johnny Cage has put it in the chat as well. Thank you very much for that.
Beautiful. Hell yeah.
Absolutely, man. This looks beautiful. I enjoy the cartoon look of it, the bright colors. It just looks like fun. This looks like a fun comic to read. I'm looking forward to seeing the story, Connery. Beautiful, man.
And the action looks great.
I actually do have something to show everybody. So if you can scroll up to the goal, I do want to bring something up. So despite it being flexible, we have decided behind the scenes that basically due to inexperience and being my first book, I felt that reaching the 4K, given the talent involved, would be an attainable goal. However, the momentum we had in the first 24 hours just wasn't maintained as well as I would have hoped, and with other developments, mainly with Ringo's schedule preventing him to work on Shift with major work until November, I felt it wouldn't be fair to hold everybody's investment if we don't fund. So it was decided this late in the game that if we hit 4K, we'll deliver all the awards and all the books as promised in the highest quality possible. If we do not hit it, we'll be refunding everybody and we'll be starting the campaign over.
Yeah, man, shoot for the moon, brother. Shoot for them high goals.
So,
yeah, good.
Being the last 10 days, we actually do have a new reveal, though. So let me pull it up.
Right. We're all about new reveals.
Oh, we're about pulling it up and pulling it out. Let's go.
That's right. Pulling it off.
Well, I mean, it's detachable. If mine was detachable, I'd throw it. I'd like throw it at people I didn't like, as long as it like had a boomerang aspect or like a string attached.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wouldn't you be a little scared?
I mean, I want it back. Yeah,
they would just make off with it.
Well,
what you think? Inspector Gadget or something?
No, you know, if it had attachments, like I wouldn't mind that. Like as a cyborg, if like you had
that could come back to bite you. Because what if they start putting stuff in the pee hole and you can still feel it?
Well, I mean, what if they put teeth in it and then come back and bite you?
Walton, you keep digging that hole deeper and deeper.
What am I doing?
You need to stop.
Vinny, and this time
he's
I'm
here
not
to help
saying anything.
What is this, Connie?
So this is a brand new variant of our special edition called Shift Cover B. And this one is done by web artist Batu, and she was able to do a special cover for us. And this is the final version. It's a mock-up, obviously, 3D render, but this is the final cover B version of Shift. It's a mock-up right now because obviously we're finalizing some things, but this is the new variant we are pushing, and you'll also get it if you go for the I Love Shield B release and anything over it. You'll be able to get this variant of the special edition completely included. So,
beautiful.
Excellent, man.
Cool.
I love these double page spreads.
Like, Vinny, how does it make you feel to see all these types of, there's all kinds of different art, different creators coming out, and all these campaigns being run, man? Like, is that inspirational? Because you've been doing this for a long time now.
Oh, for sure. Seeing people like getting their dreams out there, that's amazing. And, you know, we have that opportunity with the crowdfunding, what we're doing right now. So, yeah, seeing how inspired he was by Sonic and, you know, all these kind of stories to make his own, I think it's really fantastic. You know, it is really, it's something that we're building that's special, I think, in the independent scene, you know, because it's people who do care about what they're working on. And, you know, he definitely does. And you got a project that looks really cool, man. I hope you get funded. And like I said, if you don't, you were saying before, you're going to relaunch it. That's the way to go.
Again, obviously, I'm seeing if we're going to get funded first before planning any big relaunches. But
yeah,
again, I have made some mistakes in the campaign. Like I did edit the page, and that was a mistake. And I went on a stream and haven't acted professional, but I have learned a lot. And again, if I had to do all the events over again, I don't think there would be one I would regret, because even through my mistakes and the moments that I had to go through that rough, I think at the end of the day, it was such a great experience, and the feedback and community support was so helpful that it made me a better person. So I wouldn't want anything changed, because truthfully, I want to be a better creator and I want to learn from my mistakes. So
that is the message I love hearing, Connery. You're absolutely right, man. We always grow as we're learning new skills and doing new things. You know, like I've made plenty of mistakes in my time, and though you have an advantage over most, my brother, you learn from your mistakes and continue on. And
absolutely.
That's your maturity level. Your maturity level is amazing. At 19, and you already know, what you think you did wrong. But again, I think we're a lot more unprofessional here from time to time. But we're doing it for laughs as well, and just to being silly. So don't be too hard on yourself either, because like I said, I think it was on the previous time too when you were on, and you're doing great, kid. You really are.
I do think again. Obviously, I do have to be hard on myself sometimes, because again, there were some major F-ups I did. So I think the best thing is to be hard on yourself. Like, you screwed it massively this time. Don't repeat it.
Right.
It's something, sometimes I have to hammer it in because of me being on the spectrum, which kind of bit me because there were some things I should have taken in that I didn't, and that's why I keep bringing it up, because Shift was kind of redemption as well. Not only of, let's just say, not only was it an idea that was spawned from basically my little dog Bean, but also it was a redemption because I screwed it massively, and it was my commitment to this project that caused me to continue on and to make sure that I learned from my mistakes.
Well, dude, it sounds like you could be a little too hard on yourself too. You don't necessarily need to be hard on yourself. Just take the lessons and move on with them. You know, don't keep beating yourself up.
Absolutely. And Connery, you are wiser at this point in time at your young age than a lot of people that aren't even on the spectrum. So congratulations to you for overcoming that adversity and creating this project and learning and continuing growing, brother. I love seeing that, especially someone from as young as you. You are an inspiration to me, man. I appreciate you.
Hail, brother.
Faux show. Are we ready for that last question?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. This is where NyRiam gets to shine and make a fool out of everyone.
Nah. Today's gonna be a little tamer. Let's put it that way.
Tamer?
My question,
It's not fun.
Like, okay, you're getting a question in the end.
Yeah, give Walton his own wild card question at the end.
Yeah, he's gonna get one. Okay, Connery, what mythical creature would improve the world the most if it existed?
Could you repeat that? Your volume was a little low.
Okay, is it better now?
Yes.
Okay, again, what mythical creature would improve the world most if it existed?
Dragon.
Amen to that.
I can't disagree. Turn it all to ash.
Nah, you could train him.
Are we talking about how to train a dragon?
Oh boy, don't get her started.
Okay.
Maybe.
You gonna regress again, NyRiam?
What? Regress
Just,
to what?
regress to your childlike self, and we know that happens.
Walton,
She wants to
I
be
never,
Khaleesi.
I never grew up just like somebody else.
What?
That was a short joke.
A very short joke.
Yeah, and
I'm
Parrot
not
had pulled
sure.
out the most mythical of mythical creatures to answer.
You mean the dwarfs?
No, an honest politician.
Yeah, well said, Parrot. And thank you for taking it another direction.
Walton, just for reference, like we all know that Lord of the Rings hobbits have hairy legs.
You know what's messed up is one time I was calling somebody out in a Pizza Hut parking lot and they called me Gimli.
Oh wow!
I
So it's
swear
not
that was
just
like
us.
10 years ago that happened to me. I was heated as hell, boy.
Did you have the beard at the time?
I had like the flea. I had a beard on and everything. It was messed up.
Steven, so you're what, like 4'1"?
No. He was a tall guy.
3'0".
He was tall. He was like a giant. He was a Yeti.
So
Like
you're
normal size.
So
That's what he's
you're
trying to say.
three.
No,
you're
not normal
three.
size.
You're 3'9".
I am not 3 foot. Culture, where are you getting this? This is.
I'm just trying to find out like exactly how little you are.
Well, Gimli was a dwarf, so that's a step up from a hobbit.
That's true.
Damn it! You know what, Pearlhead? Just why are you even here? Don't you have something else
I
that
think
zoomed
Walton is
Pearlhead?
the size of this box.
Oh, there we go.
He's the
Look at
size
that.
of this box.
Oh, all right.
Oh, great! Now you got the guest involved. I hate every one of you.
Alpha has
He's up now.
taller. It's okay. But it didn't answer my question because I heard that hobbits have hairy legs and hairy
It's feet.
You know?
It's the hairy feet.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it is. Yeah.
You got hairy something. More like hairy
Biden
palms in
has
your
hairy
case.
I manscape. Thank you very much.
Well, yeah, well, you should shave your palms while you're at it. Just,
Walton, we're not sponsored.
Yeah, Mogwai, what's up, my man? That's not furry stuff.
Ew, Mogwai.
All right, Connery, thank you very much for coming, my man. We're going to bring another guest on right now.
No problem.
But everybody check out Shift. It's on Indiegogo right now. The link's in the description. Help get this fine fellow funded.
Absolutely.
That was a lot of F's. Fine fellow funded.
Oh, I like
Like
that.
you're a writer
That's-
or something.
That's called alliteration, Stephen.
Is that what it's called, Culture?
Well, real writers know these terms, Stephen, and if you, I'm just saying, you know.
And, you know, Frodo also begins with F.
Yeah, but that's a hobbit.
Uh-huh.
I hate you.
You know what?
Alright.
I already know the answer for the question. Where is Waldo? He's definitely.
Oh,
sitting
we
in
gotta bring this
someone-
up.
Shh. He's definitely sitting in someone else's stream, taking all the shit.
Don't bring this up. You see, she
Hey,
started,
what's on your hat?
What's on my hat?
What's on your hat?
Sweat.
No, there's something on your hat.
It's a vice bowl.
Yeah, it's a rib. Right? It's from Neratu.
Oh, okay.
Neratu.
Did you actually say that properly? I don't think
No,
so.
hell no.
Oh, wow.
I can't.
Yep, beware the broom. All right, Connery, we'll catch you next time, my man. Thanks for coming, brother.
Thanks. Yeah,
No
thanks.
problem.
Connor.
Always
Great
happy to
job,
come
guys.
back. Thanks again.
Absolutely, man. Good
Anytime.
luck.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah.
All righty, we're going to bring on our good friend Chris. What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey everyone, how's it going?
What up?
Look,
It's great to be here.
Hope you didn't get too turned off yet.
plenty of reaching left, brother.
Nah, from the looks, I'd even say he's more
Reaching?
fired up.
Fired
Reaching.
up.
You missed the beginning, Culture. You were here. You were late.
Exactly.
Hey, I was
Like-
doing another stream, sir.
Yeah. Were you peeing? What?
No.
Mm.
Do you talk to it? Like, does it take a while? I know you're a little older. Does it come out all at the same time,
Look
or do
at
you
him
have,
try to
are there
redirect.
intermissions?
Look at him try to redirect the all the little things that have been flowing his way.
What
Yeah.
You see the diversity we have over here in this stream. We have a tall chick, we have a dwarf, we have old person, we have red person, we have Mario,
Yeah, we do.
and we have Chris.
Uh-huh. NyRiam, the giant child.
So
Wait, did you say we have Chris?
maybe.
Are you guys having?
Wrong,
That's
Chris.
Well, in that case, we have
We said
marriages as well.
Wow.
Well, I know. See, the thing is, I know Chris he always watches these streams later just to see if that clip was played. So I can't disappoint him.
Well,
Wow.
then marketing wise, you did it wrong. You should have played it by the end.
No, well, I mean, if Chris gets this far, bravo to him.
You're surviving this stream. Bravo.
All right, Chris, well, you have an awesome project we want to talk about today. It's called Infinitale Chronicles: The War of the Trees. Walton.
Shut
Oh,
up,
no.
bro.
Oh, this is perfect for Steven. This is
No,
custom
no,
made
no,
for
no.
Steven right now.
You better back this right now, Steven.
It's
Back
happening.
it twice. Back it twice. It was made of trees.
But we'll start out with our usual. Our usual is usually making fun of Walton, but the other usual is the pitch. So, Chris, give us your elevator pitch for this fine story.
Sure. Infinitale Chronicles is an epic fantasy comic book series based on a tabletop role-playing game system that I had developed way back in the 90s. All of the chronicles themselves are actually recorded game sessions that, when pieced together, actually make a very, very coherent story, which was surprising for a bunch of teenagers doing this. It harkens back to the 90s Saturday morning cartoons and the anime of the time. And I mean, it definitely is a product of its era, where like it's less cynical than what we see today. and it has a bit of the old ultra violence. So.
Oh, Leslie,
I
you just
like
hit
that.
on two of my favorite things there. I need less
Yeah.
cynical because I'm becoming a cynical old bastard, and ultra violence is always helpful.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
No. Please go ahead. I was just saying that's about as good a pitch as I've heard, man. Go ahead, tell me more.
Sweet. Well, so I was a bit hesitant to lead in with the actual story of the first book because it's one of those things where people will either laugh or be like, "Get this prick off the show now," because the first story it's kind of an origin myth. It's called Second Genesis, and it's like a primer into this universe that we've created, and it's about killing babies.
All right, get this prick off the show.
Now, are you pro killing baby or anti killing baby?
Well, that's a kind of segue or something I can segue into, which is I'm regardless of what my stance is, like I don't believe in preaching to people.
Oh no, I wasn't asking. I'm saying in this book. I wasn't asking you personally. So.
Well, that's the thing is like with modern creators today, it's just like you're reading sermons, they're giving you their perspective, and it's if you don't like it, then you're an istophobe or insert and I'm hoping that, again, going back to the 90s where things could just be entertaining, like you could take from it what you want, and it's really not the creator's job or business to tell you how to feel about something.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I'll tell you what, one of the first things that really jumped out at me is this notice to backers, and I like this. Regardless if the campaign succeeds or not, all backers are guaranteed to receive their perks when the campaign ends.
That's
beautiful.
Really interesting.
Yeah, I funded out of pocket the first book. It's all done. It's all production was a couple of years. And again, I mean, this was started back in the 90s. And I wanted to make sure that if, because I'm making a first impression here, you only get one chance at that. And I wanted to make sure that I had actually something substantial and generate that kind of consumer confidence with, hey, this guy can actually deliver, instead of, here's an idea, you don't know who I am, I'm a nobody, I have an unproven product. You might get it in a month or 2 months or a year or whatever. No, we have it, it's all done, it's ready to go. I'm using Indiegogo as more of a kind of a litmus test for interest, rather than selling you on the idea and then I build upon it. It's more of a, here's a product, do you like it, yes or no? Right. And from there I can kind of, finance the rest of the series.
That's
cool,
that's incredible. I mean,
that's a cool approach.
Yeah, it absolutely is a good approach. Because you know that you're going to be backing, and you have the confidence in your material to do that. I think that's a great approach, brother.
Cool.
Yeah, and
cool. Thanks.
not many people took this approach. Fund this from their own pocket. First of all, that's kind of problematic. Second of all,
NyRiam, are you underwater? Just wondering.
No, Walton, I'm hiding in a toilet away from you.
Wow. Do you need help? I'm just making sure that you're not broadcasting from a basement somewhere.
No. Wait. I'm gonna go to that basement, but only if it's filled with oil paintings of trees.
Oil paintings of cats and radiators.
Trees. She said.
No, trees.
Goodness, you guys, so mean to each other.
It's love culture, something you wouldn't know anything about.
Out.
Well, damn.
Cold-hearted spokey.
Badass, good to see you. Good to see you. Parrothead says, "Careful, Walton. She'll get the dragon toy to use on you." I think he wants that, so that's probably what he's aiming for.
Wow, yeah. I think that's like Steven's thing.
No, it's not my thing. You know what happened?
One of many things. Is it carved of wood?
My girlfriend came to visit me for a week. She left. I said, "Can you leave something behind?" You know what she left me, Culture? Bondage restraints. That's it. That's what she left me. What the hell does that mean?
I don't know. If she, those dragon toys though, they're very expensive, and they're really large. And if that's the kind of thing you're into, dude, I mean, more power to you.
I don't use eggs. I know.
That is not what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. Is it something from like 1861? What is it?
No.
I thought she left the crust from the sandwiches.
Yo, Red.
Yeah.
I think we should change this stream from Rogue's Gallery to Walton's Kink stream.
Yeah.
No.
It's not a kink. I didn't bring them.
Well, you know what? Here's the real problem. I think we're supposed to be promoting this book. I was like, oh, cool. We're going to promote some comics. We've been talking about all of the freak show that Steven is for the entire time.
Yeah. We all know about that freak show anyway.
Yeah,
I got the dragon toys are new though. I got to say.
I mean, the dude is like he's like into the little people porn. He's got weird toys and stuff.
What?
He got a whole bunch of fetish
You
things going on.
forgot the coffee enema, by the way.
I know, but see, that's like that prepares him for the dragon toy. I think
That's just it. If we did a Walton fetish stream, I mean, it would be 12 hours.
God, I'm looking
It'd be
this
a
up
long
now.
time.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Marathon. Be a marathon. Anyway, Chris, I'm so sorry. I won't list any more of the fetishes.
Ryan Cardinal has a good comment.
2 more fetishes for the list.
I'll say hello to Ryan Cardinal real quick, and then we're going to get back to discussing. Next we want to talk about you. So we want to learn a little bit about you. Where'd you come from? What's your drive? What's your motivation? What got you into creating?
Well, I was a game designer for about a decade in video game industry, and I escaped that, fortunately. And before that, I was a really dumb kid, and I went to the local library in my hometown, and one of my friends was into Dungeons and Dragons, and that was basically literary crack for me. And it was surprising considering I was functionally illiterate for a child. I mean, dyslexic as all hell. And it actually, it's amazing how, I don't want to say therapeutic, but how effective a hobby can overcome certain limitations like that. Where if it weren't for the librarian, like if you really like something you're doing and it's difficult, you'll persevere through it. And Dungeons and Dragons is responsible for my literacy, so it forced me to linger in the library. This is the days before the internet. And I did a shit ton of research. I mean, the Dewey Decimal System, like that. And basically, I developed a pen and paper system of my own because, the arrogance of youth. You see Dungeons and Dragons, you see something somebody else does, and you're like, oh, I could do that. And no, you can't. But that drive was very useful because I ended up basically utilizing the town Pelham where I lived. The community kids would come in, and the librarian basically gave me an incentive to babysit them by saying, you know how your high school treats you like a criminal and you're not allowed to graduate until you have over 100 hours of community service? I'll give you community service if you play your little Dungeons and Dragons thing in our children's room. And boy, was that was fun. It took about 8 years for the guinea pig, for the beta testers to help me develop this game. And they, I loved it because it was objective feedback. It wasn't, or I should say it was feedback that wasn't biased because of their friends. Your friends are your worst feedback. These were people that were like 12, 13, 14, whatever. And they're like, this sucks. This is terrible. It's kind of par for the course when you're a game designer and you're like doing focus groups or whatever, and they don't know that the game designers are the ones that design these systems, and you've got your clipboard and you're listening to their feedback, and they're like, whoever fucking designed this piece of shit needs to be publicly beaten. It was like, thick skin. Yeah. Well, it's amazing some of the unfiltered feedback you got, but I was used to it because you have, the honesty of children telling you these things like, was the person who did this handicapped? Like all sorts of stuff. And, it helped. It really did. And like I said, I spent 8 years doing this, multiple groups of kids. So there were kind of fresh insights into this.
Well, Chris, and, real quick, did you come in and give him one of these?
There's a new sheriff in town, and this is his badge.
Never underestimate the power of the handicapped. In living color, they wouldn't make that today. See, this is another 90s thing that we can't have good things today.
We can't. We really can't. Well, we can, but just here, just in the indies,
You know,
Yeah,
you're
we
talking
have
about
to go
baby
rogue.
killing before, handicapped kids. That's why I'm strapped now. I'm getting
Peanut butter milk
prepared.
chocolate.
I have a question, Chris. You mentioned something that you fortunately escaped the gaming industry. Why fortunately?
Well, I spent about a decade as a salmon swimming upstream. And have you ever been in a situation or an environment where you just really didn't feel like you were wanted there?
Yeah.
Like that, I mean, it
Most
creates
of my
things.
life.
You too.
well, yeah, well, that pretty much was like my experience in the 10 years was like just a constant like imposter syndrome just creeping up on me. You know, or it was, you're just an invisible cog. You know, the industry is designed to chew up naive 20-somethings and shit out miserable, jaded 30, 40-somethings. Mm-hmm. So I was able to actually get out or jump off the carousel to something that was actually more viable for a career path. And I'm super grateful for that. And it really sucks because the industry is a land of extremes. You have some of the worst people you just want to kick down an elevator shaft. Mm-hmm. And then you have people that, you know, they're in the trenches with you and you wouldn't hesitate to take a bullet for them. And, you know, it's the shitty situations that breed comrades and, you know, the brothers in arms, so to speak, or sisters in arms. And
that's what we are here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure we all have the very similar war stories because it seems like that's where the independent spirit really gets, you know, kind of forged in the fire, so to speak.
Yeah, that's why we came together over here, and this is what we're doing. We're trying to help out other awesome creative people because we're sick of that shit too. So yeah, man.
The other thing I noticed about gaming, and to a degree, like some of the stuff that I worked on was also like involved with like Hollywood and TV and stuff, but there's this strange like disdain for the customer that really just, it blew my mind. Like when I first saw it, it was like a Hitchcock camera effect. Where I'm like, why are we so pissed off at the people financially supporting this company?
Dude, Chris, I talk about that all the time because I work with McFarlane. I was designing his toys. When I started doing the convention circuit, that's what I saw everywhere. And I was ready to have fist fights with these quote unquote professionals at almost every show because that's how they were treating fans. They were treating them like shit.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that?
Yeah. I mean, I even like one of the first game studios that I worked for was a small independent studio. And, you know, you had to wear many hats when you have a smaller studio. So I was also a community manager and I was, you know, attending to the forums. And there were these people that donated to this indie company. And, you know, they're like, hey, what's going on? You know, we gave you a bunch of money. Can you at least give us some, you know, insights to what's happening with the money we gave you, blah, 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 blah. And it was just this like, let them eat cake, you know, like, so here I am trying to play diplomat where I'm like giving very political answers to the people on the forums and then trying to get like solid answers from these, you know, these higher ups. And they're just like, yeah, let them bitch, whatever. People always bitch. And it's like, no, these are your bosses. Like they're paying you.
Yeah.
So
yeah, people do always bitch. That's true. And I mean, you can't take everything personally, but you do have to listen to people, especially people who are funding what your endeavor, you know?
Yeah.
You got to at least listen to their feedback and try to learn something from it. I've never understood this whole beating up on your customer thing. Like, what do you think? I mean, even if you're a multi-billion-dollar corporation, who do you think put you there? Yeah, you shit on the people that put you there. You're not going to sit there for very long.
Yeah, well, not only that, but like I see myself as a consumer, not just a creator. So, like when I was making the games and stuff, it was something I wanted to play too. It was, you know, I would be geeking out, and like there was this too cool for school kind of mentality, where like they're like, oh, he's a dork or he's a geek or whatever. It's like we're all fucking geeks, you know. This whole industry is full of them. You're not cooler than me. You're just richer. Like,
yeah, you just rode the coattails, bitch.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, office politicians. It's frustrating, but I mean, I shouldn't be that negative because it isn't all, you know, it isn't all down. Like I said, it is a land of extremes, and I was fortunate enough to meet a lot of insanely talented people, and you know, people that like I really admire, artists, designers. You name it, programmers, you know, like some of them are actually like the triple threat where you can get somebody that does it all. And you're just like, just wow. And I was able to kind of reach out to them when I was working on this comic book series, because it actually, like how it started was, I initially wanted to do the pen and paper game first. I was like, I started this back in the 90s and I'm kind of creatively constipated. I want to push this thing out. And I was like, this is going to be a huge ordeal. The times have changed. I mean, everything's video games now. I can't program to save my ass. I mean, I can script, but that's not even remotely similar. But it was like, well, how do I, could I even see if there's a market for this anymore? And I talked to one of my friends who, he works for Blizzard or whatever, and we were talking about World of Warcraft, and we were talking about how all of the WoW killers, as they called them, have come and gone. It's just like a graveyard of games that have tried to dethrone WoW. Right. And it was, well, how come WoW was so successful? Like out of the gate, I remember the wars with EverQuest 2 at the time, and it was just like, we're gonna bury you. It was Warcraft just came out of the gate swinging, and the reason for that though was because Warcraft had a pedigree before it became an MMO. People already were familiar with the universe. They knew the characters, the settings, all this stuff. And, my friend's like, well, why don't you do that with your pen and paper thing? I mean, make like a book or something, or little cartoons, or, you can animate. And I was like, that's going to take forever, So long story short, I approached a comic book production company, High Concept Media Properties. This guy Zen said, yeah, I can totally help you, organize. Like I've the knowledge that you need, basically how to assemble these books, how to contact the right artists, get printers, all that stuff. And so the two of us bashed our brains together, and over the years we ended up producing this comic book series.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for everyone, but I know a lot of my influences came from past gaming experiences and past worlds, created. Yeah, man. I mean, anyone who hasn't played tabletop role playing, I would definitely encourage it, because it really does. I mean, you learn a lot of stuff. Like, I mean, like you said, like you learned a lot of stuff from D&D. I was the same way, man. Like I was an idiot as a kid. I didn't know shit. I didn't pay attention in school. I didn't care. It wasn't until after I graduated and I'm talking to my friends and I'm like listening to them speak, intelligently about things. I'm like, wow, I'm like a retard. I should probably learn some stuff.
Probably some of the greatest times that I had was playing D&D. I was lucky enough to start playing with my stepmother, who was in a group, and learn from there. And then I eventually DM'd my own group for 3 years. We had a great time. A lot of active imagination that you use in that game. And also, you mentioned EverQuest. You took me back, brother. I used to play that a long time ago, and before I went into World of Warcraft. And like you said, I was familiar with the games before the online came on. And so, yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of fun things there. A lot of inspirational ideas, that help to churn my own imagination when creating my own stories. So, man, thank you for the time warp back to my childhood.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. I love listening to people talk about this stuff, because it really does take you back, especially if you've been there.
It's a fun thing. I mean,
it is.
On Sunday, we're continuing our campaign there. Rini Draws got me to be part of the Pathfinder thing. I've never played these things before, but it's fun because you're improvising. You're trying to figure out that world and the rules that they kind of set up and all that. It's hilarious though.
Yeah.
On top of everything else.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No. Continue.
Well, I have a propensity for blathering, so I apologize. I just wanted to add, I've been watching Rini's streams with the death of the jackals and the Mushroom Man's vengeance. So that was fun.
The Mushroom Man's vengeance.
Lady in red. No, just kidding.
It took me 5 minutes to analyze this picture about Walton. I finally found you. You're in like top right corner. Can you see yourself over there?
Can you stand up a little bit? I can't hear you. Where are you in the back? Where are you at? I can't hear you, Kate.
No, you want her to sit down?
Sure. Right. I said I found you in the top right corner of the picture. Is that you?
That's messed up. No. That's not me. And better yet, don't stand up. We don't want you to hurt the ceiling fan.
That's the thing. We don't have those things over here. You know.
You don't have those things over there.
No,
what are
we don't.
You
we
in a
don't. We
hovel?
don't need them.
Oh, okay.
Ceiling fans haven't made it to the third world
Well-
yet, Stephen. Don't be a jerk. Don't rub it in her face.
We live under the clear sky over here. You know, warming ourselves with
Clear
fire
sky.
and stuff. You know.
When you stand up, can you see through the clouds?
Of course,
Okay.
every single day.
Oh my God, just
It's still the
making sure.
fallout from
Just-
Chernobyl.
Just be careful because I don't see under myself.
Clouds are just nature's lacy panties.
And come on, be very kinky and just say like, how's the weather up there? Come on. That's the only one missing.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not cheesy, near
Oh my God.
What's
Hail,
up, Tony?
Tony.
Good to see you, man.
Hell, brother.
Oh, Wookie says I joined a D&D group on Facebook, and all they wanted to do was roleplay romantic relationships between PCs.
Everybody's got to masturbate, even geeks, man.
Well, yeah. I'm sorry. You had to experience that, Wookie. Says, how do you even roll for that with your penis?
There's any girl there I want
It's
to do one.
1d6 if you're white.
He wants to rip people
Oh,
apart.
Jesus.
He wants to rip people apart, and they want to braid all of his hair.
All right, let's get on with this. Let's discuss the universe. The universe of Infinitale.
So the universe of Infinitale, the initial setting of this saga or this collection of books is situated on the alien world of Esperia. And there's a primary continent with 7 sovereignties ruled by 7 queens. And these queens belong to a race called the Alpha, which are eternally youthful, pretty people with problems, essentially. They live in basically the Garden of Eden, and the gods walk among them. Unfortunately, all is not well in paradise. The Alpha are mostly infertile. They rarely reproduce, and when they do, it's a big deal. And on top of that, as I had mentioned, it's a sovereignty with a queen. It's a matriarchal society, and the men are entered into something called the lottery. And every so many moon cycles, the names are drawn for something called the harvest, where they are ritualistically sacrificed to the gods. Because they don't die of old age, it's not seen as something that's as horrific as it really is. It's just another fact of life. It's how can I explain this without getting too spoilery? So imagine yourself, you've never had any problems. You're basically a child who's had everything, you've been protected from all of the dangers out there, because in this world, you're not at the top of the food chain. You've been taught to fear the outside. So you've never really questioned any dogma or gone beyond, the words of your parents. But when something happens, a catalyst that kicks this story off, suddenly everything gets brought into question, and perhaps those parents weren't as benevolent as you first thought.
It sounds like the preference for Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, but
tax the rich.
No, nice. I mean, is this based on any kind of like druidic philosophies?
Yes. So, like I had said, I was privy to the entire library in my town, and I wanted to kind of emulate what Tolkien did. And we all know that like Dungeons and Dragons is like a kind of it's leveraged elements from Tolkien, and Warhammer leveraged from Dungeons and Dragons, and Warcraft leveraged from, So I wanted to go to the source. I wanted to look at, what did Tolkien look at? I mean, the guy was a philologist. He basically built his entire world off of a language. He started with, I can't remember what it's called. He's got so many of them now. But I think it was like Tengwanda, the elfin language. And he wanted to create this mythology for the British Isles, and all around this language. And I was like, I'm I'm fine with the languages and stuff, but I want to get into the actual folklore. Like what exactly, where did he get these ideas from? And I started looking at the like Wagner's operas, and like the In the Hall of the Mountain King and the Nibelung and all this stuff. And it was like, okay, this is Scandinavian, this is Norse, this is Anglo-Saxon. Let's go deeper.
Celtic, yeah.
Yeah. I started looking into the really obscure stuff, like the Welsh and the ancient Hibernian or Gaelic Celtic. And the War of the Trees is actually it's a greatly contested poem from scholars, the Cad Gatho, which nobody knows like what it means. Like there's theories, so there's a bunch of stuff being posited. Like you go to the Wikipedia and it's like, yeah, it's about this, and then you like scroll down and it's all like, well, actually this person thinks it's this person thinks it's that. So I was like, okay, if you're gonna rip stuff off, you might as well rip off the really obscure shit. And because if you're gonna steal, you might as well steal something nobody knows anything about. And as a teenager, it was like awesome. It was like a snack bar. You're just grabbing everything. The fat kid is just like emptying out the ice cream truck. And I was like, okay, I like this, I like that. And one of the things about when you're a dungeon master, or in the game system that I created, I called the person who leads the game the narrator, because the whole game system is actually kind of story focused. That's why it's called Infinitale. It's a portmanteau of infinite and tale, and it's basically the way that I had designed it was that you're actually creating an improvisation story rather than just a standard adventure. I mean, there are like the whole murder hobo scenarios that all role-playing games have, but it's actually set up with more of a kind of a foundational narrative, and it's not railroading the players the way that modules in Dungeons and Dragons are. I mean, I could go and buy Dragons of Desolation or whatever, flip through it and go, oh, okay, that's the ending, that's what you need to do. As a player, I'm playing with a dungeon master who's playing this adventure. It's like, okay, first we have to go and get Verminard, then we have to go and do this, and it's like, oh, but you're metagaming or whatever. It's like, players are not members of the jury. They're not going to strike things from the record. Like, they're bringing their own bias into this game. Like, it's a piece of them. And that's ultimately part of the way that the role-playing game system that I was developing works, is that no two sessions or games conclude the same way. It's less of that rigid video game style of you have a set path that you go through, and it's more of a free form where you, as the narrator, you define story beats. You have these cards that say, okay, I want this to happen, I want this to happen, and I want this to happen, and here's the conclusion card. But ultimately, as you're playing and players start getting keen on that, and they're like, oh, I know where this is going, you can actually add a different plot card and be like, okay, the story's now this. And the players are none the wiser. They don't know because they're being led by the nose. And as a narrator or a GM, like, you have to be a master manipulator. You have to basically convince players to go in directions on their own accord, but it's kind of, you're incentivizing them.
Right.
You can't be like, okay, guys, you have to go here and do this. Like that's inorganic. It's not really a game anymore.
It makes it fun for the game master too.
Oh yeah.
You're constantly challenging yourself as well as the players.
Yeah, too right.
Yeah.
So the story that we see here, the War of the Trees, Book 1, Second Genesis, is our first in the kind of the history or the primer of this universe that we're trying to introduce players into. And the characters that you see, the main hero is Queen Ashlyn. She's one of the queens of the Seven Sovereignties. And something happened. She got pregnant and gave birth to a son. And unfortunately, her son's name was drawn for the lottery. And that's where it's like, shit. My childhood has now ended. Like,
right.
And that's pretty much where it begins. And these were players, by the way. Granted, they were teenagers, and there's been a lot of massaging with the writing to make it more. But more or less, it's them, and that's why I kind of liked doing that as a writer, because A, I'm not that talented as a writer, and B, I found it that as rule number one of a writer is go with what you know, and if you don't know something, it really shows in your writing. I.e., George Lucas with Attack of the Clones when he tried to write romance. Come on, that guy's never talked to a woman before he entered his credit card numbers.
Creepy Anakin. Yeah, my son and I both agree. Creepy Anakin was a bit much.
You're not like sad. You're soft. Yeah, that's. So
it's true.
I had to teach him how to talk to a woman. He said, George, open up your wallet. That's all you have to do, pal.
And
That's
look
what I
at him
do.
now. Look at him now.
Yeah.
Happily married.
Yep.
He's
Harrison
rolling in
saved it.
punani. He's crashing his plane in that dark cavern every night.
Luke, at that speed, do you think you can pull out in time? No,
Well, real quick, I want to pour one out for Wookie. He was locked out of Facebook, and I don't get to use this gift very often. So here we go.
Dude, fuck Facebook, seriously.
There you go. Look, that's for you, buddy.
Amen.
Hell yeah. Oh, shit.
So yeah, I guess on that note, we can move on to the heroes of Infinity. Not all heroes screw trees, Walton. Chris, tell us a little bit about your heroes.
So, like I had mentioned, these are recorded game sessions that have been slightly modified to become the coherent story. So all of these the principal cast of characters we're seeing here were actually players at one point. So we have our main protagonist that we can see in this image of Queen Ashlyn, she basically gives birth to this child, this doomed child. And she's now faced with a whole bunch of questions that she's never had to ask before. And it really starts getting the noggin jogging where she's like, wait a minute, was my life as good as I thought it was? It's almost like, an adult surviving an abusive childhood going, were my parents just being, the typical asshole parents, or were they really abusers? And she has that kind of answered for her pretty concretely. And her husband here that you can see in the foreground is Kalen, is basically trying to run interference while his wife, his queen, falls ill after pregnancy. Because one of the other things about the Alpha people here, these children of the gods, is that they don't get sick, they don't get old. Not like there's no genetic betrayal or anything. Mm-hmm. They're basically, too right, huh? But they, it's pretty people with problems. It's like watching 90210 with pointed ears. But
so they're not in any danger of having a new world order try to take over their livelihood with a disease, a pandemic. Then,
so that they don't need jabs.
You trying to summon that piece of shit, Fauci?
Oh no! Well,
so I got my AK here.
We do have goblins in this game world, so.
Oh well, that is Fauci.
Yeah. I'm a goblin. I'm the merchant of death. The king of all goblins, pray to me.
Oh, he has arrived.
Fuck Fauci. I'm going to shoot him right in the head with this.
Whoa. Calm down, Alex.
Oh, damn, Alex.
So many people on the panel today.
Vinny with my multiple personality.
They're all at Vinny's house.
Wow.
Just to add, so one of the other kind of drawbacks is that the key rule or the key tenet of this this heavily enforced dogma is obedience to the gods, because the gods walk among their disciples. They're actually physically in the world. There are these massive titanic beings that walk the lands, and they're like a parental figure. It's almost like the kind of. It's both imposing as incredibly terrifying to see this thing that's like 100 feet tall, looking down at you that could squash you in an instant. But at the same time,
Walton knows that feeling.
Mother. Well, at the same time, they're also these supposed protectors. They're the ones that have kept the wilds, the fauna at bay. And because again, they're not at the top of the food chain, these Alpha people. So it's don't go outside, don't go beyond your sovereignty. So the 7 sovereignties don't even really speak to each other. They have very little communication. There's a lot of this very rigid order. It's in a way it is kind of like the New World Order, where nobody's allowed to really question anything, and you get canceled if you do. Unfortunately, canceling in this world is a little less of job loss and silencing on social media, and more of being like having your head bit off or something, or crushed like a bug.
Yeah, going from figuratively to literally.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful three-headed dragon right there, man.
Oh yeah,
love
The whole cover is beautiful. It looks so anime-like.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, the cover was done by an artist, Genzo Man, as he goes by online. I mean, you could Google image Genzo Man, and he is like in everything. And I was really happy that I was able to get him to help me with a variant cover.
Very cool.
Gorgeous.
So let's. I think we tapped into this a little bit, but since we have, let's go ahead and move on to villains. I'm assuming there's some villains among the gods, probably some villains among the Alfar people themselves, correct?
Oh, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's like Cypher in the Matrix. You know, he wants that blue pill again, and yeah, there are. There's a whole bunch of villains, in the fact that as the story progresses, we start seeing that the villains are a little more complex than your simple mustache twirler. I mean, the gods.
Why do you got to bring up Fauci again?
It's the goblins. No, initially it does seem very, very overt that we know who the villains are, we know who the heroes are. And not every hero is heroic. Not every villain is purely villainous. Sometimes apathy is kind of, cause for evil. We'll see that reflected in the story as we start seeing these sovereignties crumble. Because ultimately, in the role-playing game setting is actually considerably further into the future than the War of the Trees saga. It takes place long after the events of the War of the Trees saga, and it's not much of a spoil in that the War of the Trees doesn't exactly go in the favor of the Eldar. When you're in the actual game world, you'll find that there's actually two worlds. There was the world of Asperia, which was full of the Fae and the supernatural, the eldritch, the magic, and then there's the world of the mundane, or Munadea, which was kind of a parallel to our own Dark Ages. So no magic. Everything was more about superstition and the sword, and it was based on the Vikings and ancient Arabia, or even the Far East, fusions of cultures. And imagine, introducing this fantasy element, this magic into this mundane world. It's like bringing a bunch of children with nukes into this world, and that's where the conflict arises, where we see the heroes of this story possibly being the villains of another story.
I was going to say midgets with, jabs.
Midgets with jabs. Nice summary there, Fauci.
Yeah, I like the villains. Tell me more about the villains.
Well, so we have the gods themselves, and like I said, well, that would be the god.
Pray to me now.
I'll write it on a prescription sheet. No, so there's the gods themselves, these giant titanic overseers, and each sovereignty kind of has their own patron deity, and only certain people are privileged to even acknowledge these beings, i.e., address them or whatever, and they are the druids. So there is a kind of a strict hierarchy of, you're not even worthy enough to worship them. Fortunately, our heroes here are among royalty, so they're that second tier below the clergy of sorts. Interesting things happen with them, and we kind of paint some kind of scary pictures with what happens when you piss off somebody that's 100 times your height. And in addition to that, the world is completely inhospitable beyond their own little microcosms. So when they leave their safe spaces, they start seeing a harsh reality that they're not really accustomed to or prepared to.
AKA shit gets real.
Oh shit.
All right, Chris, NyRiam has to go soon, and I want to make sure we get her wild card question in. So I'm going to throw that at you now. She works very hard on these.
Yeah, and this one is actually very interesting. It kind of caught my eye. So, if you could replace, can you hear me? Okay, if
Yes.
you could replace all of the grass in the world with something else, what would it be?
All of the grass in the world
Uh-huh.
with something else. Dollar bills, yo.
Oh,
I was gonna say needles.
damn!
Of course.
Get your jabs.
Oh my god! And here I was innocently thinking marshmallows or things like that. You know, flowers.
Oh God.
My God.
Oh my god! What's that? Can you make it better?
I don't know if I should leave that up for very long, but there you go. It's
Oh,
just a dragon. Just a
God.
dragon, folks.
Bad dragon.
Oh
Have a
god!
seat.
Oh god! Yeah, I'm not gonna sleep again. I don't want to see those nightmares. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm probably rather gonna go to bed till it gets even more twisted. Woo.
Can it?
Great job, Culture. By the way,
Thank you.
you're
That's what
you're almost
that's-
kid. Sorry.
That's what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, I thought it was
You-
really
you-
Walton.
Yeah,
You're
when
catching
people,
up to Tommy. By the way.
well, when people call me old, I take that personal. So
Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus! I was the
Very
second
wild.
person doing that. Please don't make a collage of me. Thank you.
oh, you're safe, Katie. You're always safe.
Culture doesn't take to the ageism very well.
Ah. Don't worry. You look very young.
I think Walton missed all of that.
He smells like mothballs.
But then again, till I go, I need to ask this one. Can I ask Walton that question, please?
Oh yeah,
What?
absolutely.
What do you want?
Should we give it to him again? Here you go, Walton. This
Oh
one's for
my
you.
God. What the
Walton.
hell is culture? What the hell is what the hell is that?
Walton,
You better take that shit. What?
if
What?
your tree asshole had an asshole, what would it be called?
Culture.
oh, poor Steven. Poor
I
Steven.
hate you.
More shots
I thought it was
fired.
balls. NyRiam said Dragon Balls. I didn't know what the toy, and you were like, "Wow, what is going on? What is this? I don't
Who knows?
understand."
It all started with a dragon toy.
Lies
I
you
thought you were talking
tell.
about Dragon Ball
Lies you
Z.
tell.
Don't you start using Ashley.
All right, well, everybody go check out Infinite Tale. Go right now. The link is in the description below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to all the awesome people on this panel. And also below is a link to all of the great people in Rogue Entertainment. Please subscribe to them all and share the love out. Also, share out all of these campaigns if you are able to do so. Tell your family, tell your friends. Make sure people know that these great stories exist. And
Absolutely.
yeah, because as Walton always says,
every book sold is a middle finger to an industry that hates you. Johnny's out there sharing links out to the campaigns that we showed today. Please share them out. We don't have an industry to support us. We only have one to know. What the hell? Damn it, Culture. I was in my grant. What is that? What is that? Oh, no, now I'm totally turned off. Now. That was the Now, guys, seriously, though, share out links, man, because we don't have an industry to support us. We only have each other. You sick of the industry professionals telling you how much of a racist, how much of a terrible person you are, taking the properties we grew up with, taking franchises we've loved and spent money and time, things that have influenced us throughout our lives, and using them to shame us, to divide us, to segregate us, to promote bigotry and hate. Screw the industry. Strew them in the tree hole. Share out links for
screw them in the culture.
Screw them in the culture. Share out links for all these campaigns, guys, because really it means a lot to independent creators when they see someone sharing out a link to their campaign, when you see people showing a vested interest or a caring. These people are making these projects because they care about what they are doing. They've gone through what? Whoa, my God! Ew, God. That's disgusting. They've gone through this.
Yeah.
They've gone through the same mockery we have, and they've come out with an inspiration to create great tales. So please, guys, share them out. Every book sold is a middle finger to an industry that hates you. Support independent creators. Thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate you.
Oh my God, I knew it was coming. That's why I was telling you to slow down.
What? Yeah, she did say lies you tell. Yeah, she did. To me. You...
Oh boy, it's never ending. Wow, Connor's really gone.
Oh
Wow.
God. You know, I kind of like that one. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
We call that the Kathleen Kennedy saber.
Well, you know, that's all in promotion of our friend Mad Mardigan. He's trying to put the D back in Magic, so I'm trying to make sure he's got toys available to sell for that kind of promotion.
That's great. I'm happy for him. We will definitely have that in the Rogue store. That's great.
And the brand is called Holdos for a particular reason, or just?
Oh no! That this is Holdo's firearm, right?
Are we gonna get Holdo's dildos?
I'm working on those just for you, Steven, just for you.
No, not for me. No, I don't.
No,
damn it.
I mean, this is your favorite, bud. I mean,
no, it is not. This is lies. What the fuck is this shit?
Something else.
Is there gonna be like a sub brand, Waldo's?
Oh yeah,
more damage to my reputation.
They're red and white striped, and they have like a little top, like a hat, like a beanie.
Oh, okay.
No
I
leaves.
thought they would have a tree bark.
Oh no, they call that Walton's barking spider. It's like this really thing. It's got 8 legs. It's kind of a weird French tickler thing. I think a lot of people would enjoy.
They hate me. Just don't make a YouTube channel, guys. Don't do it.
Do it. Just don't do it like Walton.
I don't know. Some people. I mean, if the girl's leaving you handcuffs, bro, that's not.
There were straps, dude. They're still attached to the bed. She was like, "Yeah, this is what you get." Yeah.
All right. Very good. That explains a lot.
That's what she left me.
You're supposed to do some self punishment.
She was rushing away.
So
as a medical professional, that's how we give the jabs now. In the future, we're gonna restrain you in a bed, and then we're gonna go deep. And then we're gonna jab you.
Deep in the culture, huh?
All those dildos.
No. Let's not start this. No.
We're working on a whole lot of stuff. I mean, and Steven promised to test all of them, so I can't wait.
What?
All of them. I heard that conversation.
No, what? No. I'm sorry, Chris. These people are jerks. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for being here, bro. This is what happens when I show up. This is bad.
Steven, I hate to break it to you, but if he wasn't promoting his book, I think he would add to the fun.
Wow.
Look, this book needs to get promoted. It needs to get its goal. It's 5% of the way there, guys. We got 18 backers. Let's see if we can get, by the time everybody gets done seeing this show this week, let's see if we can double this up. Let's help this book go. Let's go.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and check out the trailer when you get a chance, because I had fun making that one.
No, absolutely. You know, we can do that right now.
Let's share that.
We'll take a break from making fun of Walton. And
please, for God's sake.
It's exhausting.
Hey, no problem.
We were all innocent once. That time is no more. The illusions of safety and assurance are inexorably dispelled by experience. On the world of Asperia, the children of the gods were torn from their sanctuary of a blissful ignorance and unchallenged dogma. Eventually, everyone must grow up, even the eternally young. A single act of defiance set events in motion that would shatter the very foundation of existence. As the conflagration of a great war burned through the lands, unlikely allies rose from the ashes to defy extinction. The angered gods sought to rid the world of a blight that had befell their flocks. This infection was an unforgivable sin, the true knowledge
of creation. Their wrath was cruel and merciless. These are the tales of the great war that destroyed our world, and of the heroes that led us to new lands beyond it. Infinito Chronicles, the War of the Trees.
That is awesome, brother.
Sweet.
Wow.
That was a
Love that,
fantastic
dude.
trailer.
Yes.
Almost expecting him to mention Soul Reaver or something, huh? So yeah, that's
Nice.
it's my little 2-minute elevator pitch in video form. So
It's great, dude. It's
Dude,
great,
yeah, that was
excellent, man.
fantastic.
I'm looking forward to this book. I'm back in this book.
Oh yeah.
thank you,
Chris,
thank you.
If you're available tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, DM me. I'll get you on my show too.
Hell yeah, dude. Thanks, man.
Yeah, anytime.
I'll definitely be available.
Sweet. Red, you muted.
Yeah, right. Thanks, man. You're doing a bang up job.
Hey, thanks. Suck it, by the way. Well, see, unlike the rest of you unprofessional a-holes, I mute during the trailer so people can actually hear what's going on and don't hear typing or texting or little beeps in the backgrounds or occasionally see things like that. Oh, like that.
Hey, where can we order one of those, Culture? Is it in the Rogue store? Just wondering.
I'm working on it.
Thanks, brother.
Okay.
Just appreciate that. Ash, check it out.
Yeah, well, I know you like to try out all of the products, so I'll make sure you get all of them.
Yeah. I knew as soon as I saw those landscapes, I knew Walton was backing this.
That's really screwed up. It has nothing to do with that. It looks like a great project.
It does look like a great project.
It is.
Absolutely. Everybody check out Infinitale today. Spread the word. Also check out Shift. Spread the word about these great projects. All the links are in the description below. And unless anybody else has any more mud to sling at Walton, I think we'll wrap it right there.
All right. Well, yeah, you got to wrap something, Walton.
Hell to you, Doja. Thanks for popping in, my man. Also,
brother.
Creators Outlet. Guys, listen, Creators Outlet definitely needs more subs. He's out there promoting projects all the time as well. Show the man some love. Go over and give him a subscription and check out his live streams.
Let's get him on RE sometime. Let's get him on Rogue Entertainment sometime.
Absolutely.
He's a great guy.
Great. Yeah. Tomorrow, tune in on my channel, Vinnieart, 5 p.m. Eastern. We'll have Chris on and a couple of other creators as well. We're gonna have a good time, and please subscribe to my channel. I had a good boost in my numbers as well recently. I'm getting very close with the hours, so that would be fantastic if you guys could
awesome.
Share it out, tweet it out, do what you got to do.
Absolutely, man. We want to get all these channels monetized, all the Rogue channels, man, because that's what we're about. We're about supporting independent creators. The indie sphere is where it's at. That's where you're getting great imagination, great stories, and that's what we're here to promote. I mean, just screw the industry. They don't got nothing for us.
Hell yeah.
Heck yes. All right, guys. So thank you once again. Culture, where can we find you, my friend? Up, down, all around.
Yeah.
All about the town.
I thought old people went deaf, not mute.
Oh man. Look, I have a YouTube, I have a Twitch, I have a Twitter, I have a Minds, I have an Odyssey, I have a bank account. Apparently, the independent creators rob that every week when I back projects. Look, I'm having a great time hanging out with all my friends, and you know what? Support all these human beings and everybody that you saw today on the program. And I'm just glad I was able to get back in time for this show. And even though I was late, I apologize. But I did.
That's all right. We're glad to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Always,
I did have Connery on my show before. So if you have a book, if you have a project, reach out to any one of us, because believe you me, we'll talk to you. We really will. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
Amen,
Steven,
brother.
you got anything interesting coming up?
Yeah, let's see. We have today's Thursday, so tomorrow we got the Rogues. Ashley and I are going to be on tomorrow night on my channel, 11 p.m., and then Rogue Entertainment at 7 p.m. Scotty, congratulations to Scott and his wife. Just had a baby today, so congratulations to Sporking News Podcast.
Oh yeah, congratulations, Scott.
Brother.
Yeah, please get on Twitter, your social media, wherever you know Scotty at, and send him congratulations because it was beautiful. He sent Final and I some pictures of the little one, and everything looks good. Baby's beautiful. So we're real happy to have another Rogue in the world.
Yeah.
So congratulations to them.
Amen.
I texted him a congratulations, and I'm very happy for him. He finally got a boy. He normally just only chicks, but now he finally fired out a boy.
Well, see, what happened was last year he let us know that he was getting his balls cut off, and
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, you remember, and we gave him lovingly because we love Scott. We gave him some crap, and before that happened, the reason he got that was because they didn't want to have any more kids, and then he got his wife pregnant. But I like to think that was out of frustration. Like at some point, Scott was in there just really giving it to her. Like I hate, crying a little bit, because we were giving him so much crap. But I mean, it worked out. He got a boy, and congratulations to Scott. No, seriously though, man, I was glad to hear they were concerned. There were some concerns because of they're little older, and but thank God everything came through all right. And I mean, one last time for him, everything came through the right way. Yeah, and no more. He's shooting blanks. So
well, I don't. Is he shooting anything at this point? I don't know.
I mean, what do ballless men shoot? I don't know.
I mean, you would
if
know.
he was jabbed, he's not shooting anything. It's dust.
So here's wow. Yeah. I was going to say something important, and then Steven flapped his lips some more. Damn it. I don't remember what it was.
I'm sorry. You know what? Take some like fish oil pills or something. Omega, whatever it is, Metamucil might help too a little bit,
Vitality pills. We have the fusion vitamins over at Infowars.com. The vitality is amazing in them. Right now, I have a hard on like you wouldn't believe, and it's not just because I'm holding this gun.
Look at the pain on Chris's face.
I apologize, guys. I'm just gonna quickly jump in because I really gotta go.
All right.
That's all right.
Yeah. Sorry.
Thank you,
Bye.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye, Kate. And it's a sausage fest.
Yeah, I no longer have anyone to peacock for, so I'm just gonna stay here and be quiet. When you are the alpha on the channel, you gotta show off a little bit.
We appreciate you, Culture. You're like the fluffer of Rogue Entertainment.
Stan says you're a cunt. You're a cunt. Stan says you're a cunt. Cunt. Well, tell Stan to fuck off. You're a continuing source of inspiration.
and that's your Culture.
Damn it.
So inspirational.
Culture, I hate you.
It's not true.
I know it's not true. Oh my God! Wow. You forgot to mention that tonight's Throwdown Thursday over on Comics' channel too.
It's killing me missing those shows.
I know.
When this contract's over, I'll definitely be back. I love Comics Division. Hail the Dix Division in the Vag Guard. Love those people over there. And I haven't had a chance to make fun of Comics' new intro, but that will be coming soon.
Oh, dude, it is. Yeah, it's a little less Magic Mike, a little more Blue Oyster Bar now.
That's awesome.
Oh.
I love to hear that, Culture. Thank you. Yeah. I can't wait to make another video.
This is the official Vag Guard insignia.
That is
nice.
Yeah.
Is that a hard taco or a soft taco?
I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, the long as it's got sour cream, right?
Well, on that note, thank you
Wow.
for coming.
And Walton, the king of the cuckolding. I don't know what the hell you want to do. Oh my God.
Let's go.
What must be what?
Just so you know. All right, everybody, take it easy. Thank you very much. Check out all the links in the description below. Please share them all out as well. We also got Sunsworn, Shadow of the Kraken, and Bonds down there. Please check out those projects as well. And
wash your hands and wash your ass.
And do all that. Yeah.
That's right.
Take it easy, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We love you guys.
Have
Peace.
a great night.